Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball. I'll be doing a tips video here, give you guys my thoughts on teams, who's going to win, who's not going to win, right? Panthers, Broncos, Roosters, Rabbitohs, Warriors, Raiders, all those teams there, everything in between. But before we get into it, DJ, hit that intro. First things first, we've got the Panthers against the Broncos. Now, look, we all know this is the grand final rematch, right? I just think there's a whole heap of psychology in this game here, particularly from the likes of Reece Walsh, Ezra Mann, right? Payne Haas, Jordan Lucky, and then you got the likes of Edwards, Cleary, right? Luai, Sorensen, etc. So there's some big outs though for both these teams, right? James Harris for Panthers and Reynolds for Broncos. This game here, like I said, I think it's going to be a real psychological game. The mind game here, honestly. How do you feel when Cleary's kicking the ball? How do you feel that Adam Reynolds is not in the team for this game here, or James Harris? A lot of that stuff there. In saying that though, looking at the team selection here, this is tough. I feel like both these teams here cancel each other out. But in saying that though, I'll be going for the Panthers. So Panthers for me. Put that down. Next game here is the Warriors against the Raiders. We all know what happened last week with the Warriors, heartbreaking stuff. You know, those are the type of losses that can almost change your life, eh? So, in saying it though, into this game here, it's a game over in Christchurch. Side note, it's probably where the next New Zealand NRL team is going to be from, is Christchurch. Anyway, both these teams here virtually are unchanged besides Sebastian Chris. The forward pack battle, you don't want to miss this out, right? The backs battle, you don't want to miss it out. And hang tight as well, because myself as well as Rob and Jaw may be doing a live reaction to this game. Emotion, all that stuff there. But in saying that, in this game here, Warriors staring down a barrel of a 0-3 start. Raiders on the cusp of going 3-0 to start this season. Look, it's a home game for the Warriors. I've got to back them to win, all right? They need to win, and I think they will. Again, it's going to be a forward battle, but I still think the likes of Sean Johnson and Metcalf will come clean. So those are my picks there. The next game is going to be the Roosters against the Rabbitohs. This game here, it's probably the best rivalry, I think anyway, in the NRL, right? This rivalry dates almost, past 100 years. This team here, virtually unchanged, just about. But in saying that though, Jack Whiting comes in the team. And then you got the likes of Angus Crichton as well as Connor Watson, right? And even Michael Jennings, he's actually been named as well. So that is very interesting, Michael Jennings in the reserves there. So again, both these teams, obviously the Rabbitohs haven't been faring too well. They're staring down the barrel of a 0-3 start to their season. The Roosters lost a tight game last week against Manly, the Seagulls, and will be looking to rectify themselves. However, in saying that, at the same time as well, you know, when these two teams here verse, you throw form out the window. It's cliche, but it is what it is. In saying it though, you got the lineups there, right? Stili Tupo Niwa, Jacob Hurst, Kolomatangi, Nat Butcher, Victor Rayleigh, Karen Murray, Jared White, Hargreaves, David Tatola. That forward pack battle, right? But I think for me, the difference will be in the hooking position. Brandon Smith, Damien Cook. Who can get the fast play the balls, who can sort of look around and spot gaps, etc. Fatigue, all that stuff there. It's going to be a fast-paced game and all, but I'm tipping the Roosters to come on top here. I still think their backs at the end will be too flashy. Tedesco, Tupo, Swali'i, Manu, Dominic Young. What a gun. In saying that though, Jack White's back, so that may twist things around. Latrell Mitchell, love Latrell. But I think the Roosters get done. Roosters for me. Next game is going to be Bulldogs against the Titans. This is a very unsavory match. Unsavory in the sense that you don't want to lose this game. Okay? This is a big call, but you almost feel whoever loses this game is not going to make the top 8. Like, it's a big call, but these teams here respectfully are swimming low in the ocean. Okay? In saying that obviously the Dragons, the Titans only had one game in their break, so they come back, they should be rested. But in saying that as well, the Bulldogs now, Bulldogs 0-2, right? Their last 2 games haven't been great. Same can be said of the Titans in the game against the Dragons round 1. But I'm saying that obviously both these teams here come with a different perspective, different mindset. Now, both these teams here, Bossa Mausili, apologies, there is out, as well as Jojo Fifita, and some of the ins there. For example, for the Titans, you've got Jacob Ellick, you got Kieran Foran, he's back, and then for the Bulldogs, you've got Sexton, as well as Jake Turpin and Kitoni Kautoka. Now, again, what do you say? What do you say for this team here? You're right, the forward packs are great. I think they're decent. Tino Fa'asua Maleaui is going to be leading from the front. Moeka Fotoaika as well. William Kikau for the Bulldogs, right? Jacob Preston. For me, the difference I think might be to the bench. Might be on the bench there, I think. And for me personally, I favour a hungry and win-deprived Bulldogs team over a rested Titans team, in my opinion. Right, so for me, I'm going for the doggies. So, Bulldogs, all yours. Next game here is the Dragons and the Cowboys. Now, put your hand up if you tipped the Dragons. I'm not, because I tipped the Dolphins. Put your hand up if you actually tipped that tip thinking that the Dolphins would win in the way they did. Because I didn't, okay? Crazy loss there for the Dragons, who were up and about, in their round 1 win against the Titans, only to be slapped into reality, right? Back to reality. Cowboys going strong. Now, hey, the game against the Knights was a tough one, but probably a game you'd want to win anyway, regardless if you played bad or, in a game like that. Yeah, so that's what they did. Both these teams here, especially the Cowboys, looking strong. Unfortunately, Helam Luki's out. Molo, as well as Jacob Little for the Dragons, are out as well. This game here, right, it's going to come down to the backs, I think. The likes of Kyle Fout against Lawalawa, and we've seen a few good clashes between those two players there. Zach Lomax as well as Taulangi, Flanagan, Dearden, Hunt, Townsend. I almost feel like Ben Hunt will be up for this game. Now, the Dragons got beat pretty bad. All right, there's no recovery from that. It's diabolical. It's embarrassing. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where you sleep and you just hope and pray that you forget about it the day after. All right? Instead, though, the Cowboys, they're marching. They're marching strong. I don't think this game's going to be as easy as we think it is. Honestly, respectfully to both teams. I don't know who, right? The question is, do the Dragons want it bad? And I guess for the Cowboys is, do they want to rectify their loss? Do they want to rectify the performance against the Knights by being more clean and obviously more dominant, right? Sloan, Drinkwater, Holmes, Sully, Jack Bird, Zach Labert, Taumalolo, right? Leilua is back as well. Su'a, Nanai, Wiyaki. Oh, some big boys. Name, Milan Fifita, Gazuski as well. Look, for me, I'm not going to dribble too much, but it's a toss-up. I'm going to go Dragons here. How do they respond? That's my big question, so we have to wait and see. Now we get on to the Tigers and the Sharks. Look, respectfully, what is there to say about this game here? Britton Nicolas out, suspension, Tafatoa, injury for the Tigers. I don't know. I don't want to be disrespectful here, but I am going to be Sharks here to win convincingly. In saying that, though, look out for Lachlan Galvin, right, for the Tigers. He's a fine specimen. He's one to watch for. He's got the factors there to make a brilliant 5'8", in my opinion. But just look out for him there, right? Nigahans, Trindle, Dalkai Mulitalo, Gatoa, up against the likes of Olam, Tupo, Bula, Staines. I don't know. It's night and day, I think. Look at the forward pack, maybe to be the deciding factor, possibly for the Tigers. That's one thing I will throw at you guys, though. The forward pack. Watch out for that one there. But in saying that, as much as I would love to tip the Tigers, I really do. Believe you me, I do. I can't. I'm going to go safe here. Sharks for me. Next game, and this is the Sunday game, is the Eels against the Sea Eagles. I love a good clash between these two teams here in particular. Look, this game here is going to be a solid game. Bailey Simonson, the only out due to concussion. Simonson, apologies. What do you say? Trbojevic, Tumalo Vainga, right? Gola, Garrick Bowler, Brooks, Cherry Evans for the Seagulls. And then you've got Gutherson, Harper Benesini, Dalangi, Russell, Brown, and Moses backs there. It's going to be an intriguing battle, I think. Obviously, the Seagulls have yet to taste defeat. They don't know what defeat tastes like, right? Whereas for the Eels, it came at them sharply last week. In the game, they probably could have won, possibly. But I'm saying that nonetheless. Again, the forward battle is going to be the deciding factor here. Barseka, Aloiai, Orokawato, the Trbojevic brothers, right? Up against Campbell Gillard, Paulo, Lane Cartwright, Hopgood. You can see the interchange there. I really think this is this is going to be a tough game. This is almost a flip of a coin game. Honestly, I'm okay. 3, 2, 1. Eels at home. That's it. I think this is going to be a really tough game. Really physical game. But I think I'm going to back the Eels. That's it. Anyway, and the last game of the round, Knights against Storm. Now, the question for the Knights is 2 games regrettable. Cowboys game could have swayed in their favour. It didn't. Storm. Oh, you absolute demons. You demons. The Storm obviously clinching victory at the bitter end for the Warriors then the last dying seconds of the game. Again, the Storm respectfully, they're still such a good team. For the outs for them though, big outs is Welch as well as Hughes, right? And for the Knights, there's Marzu. Now, look, it's a home. How desperate are the Knights? Honestly, that's the question I'm asking. How desperate are the Knights? And at the same time as well, how clean and crisp can the Storm continue to be? Knights, if they lose this, they're straight 0-3 to start their season. Not great. Storm, if they win, 3-0. It's one of those games, and the Knights have actually beaten them as well, and quite convincingly too last season. I don't know. I would really like to tip the Knights here, but I just think, do they have the will, the determination? I don't know. What am I thinking of here? I don't know, guys. You guys, just tell me your thoughts. But, again, Pappenhausen, Ponga, Jenkins, right, guy, Warbrick, Smith, Meany. In the forwards there, you got Saifiti, Crossland, Thompson, Frizzell, Kamikamika, the Storm, Grant, King, Chan, Gartoa, Loero, Pierce, Paul, Elliott. And then you look at the interchange as well. Oh, man, this is actually really tough. This is really tough. It's basically, in other words, the headliner, it would be the utter desperation of the Knights versus the strangulation tactics of the Melbourne Storm. In other words, just a team there that's just relentless. They don't care for nothing. As you can see, they crushed hundreds and thousands of Warriors fans last week, and they're here to do the same for Knights if need be. I don't know if the Knights have the psychology or the kahunas to back themselves up here, unfortunately. So for me, I'm going to be tipping the Storm. All right? Storm for me. In Senate though, guys, that is me done. Give me your thoughts. Was I right? Was I wrong? Nothing too deep here. Just more so just a broad analysis as opposed to anything else. In Senate though, give me your thoughts. I hope to keep this continual. All right? Take it easy. Up the wires. Hold the ball.